Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody. This is Robert at Scott Leroy Marketing. We're going to get started with our Kelle overview. Kelle is the AI app provided by KW International that integrates with commands with that entire system there. We're going to be going over some of the basics of using Kelle. We're going to poke around in the app and see what we can see since there have been so many updates. We're going to be very hands-on, so if you don't already, go ahead and get your phone out, and we're going to be installing and opening and poking around in Kelle itself. Okay, so getting started with Kelle, as we get started, there's a couple of things to consider. First, Kelle is essentially an infant. She was released at Family Reunion of 2018, and that was in February, so here we are in April of 2019, so she's about a year old. So what we and KW International recommend is treating her like a 2-year-old. You want to use simple commands, just a couple of words like show my referral network or what is my GCI for this year, rather than what have I done this year. What have I done is a more vague question that includes several different factors that Kelle's not going to be able to put together yet. She might eventually, but currently you want to ask for specific things. You also want to manage your expectations with Kelle. You probably have a great idea for something that she could or should do, but she just can't yet, and you can actually submit that idea to KW International from ideas.kw.com. So ideas plural with an S. .kw.com, and you'd log into that using your same MyKW username and password. Where was I going with that? Next, when you're working with Kelle, to find out what she is capable of, what she can do, you can actually just ask her. You can speak it or you can type it, or there's a specific menu you can go to see a list of example commands that you can ask Kelle to do for you. And then one last thing to cover, if there's, for the rest of this class, if there's anything that I'm showing you that's different from what you're seeing on your phone, it's not a glitch. Your app isn't broken, you're not missing anything, nothing is wrong with your account. You probably just aren't a member of the same labs group that I am. You may have features that I don't, and I may have features that you don't. There's no need to worry if your screen doesn't exactly match mine. You guys are smart people, you can extrapolate from incomplete data, I'm sure, and you can poke around and figure things out. Your screen never has to 100% match what's on our screen for our classes for you to be able to figure things out. I believe in you guys. Okay. So to get started, you do want to download Kelle. You would visit either your App Store on iPhone or Google Play Store on Android. And the icon is this nice teal color with the white KW in the middle versus the red color with the white KW in the middle. That's the consumer app. You want the Kelle app that looks like that. Kelle is not available for Windows Phone or for BlackBerry. You have to have an iPhone or an Android to use Kelle, unfortunately. Once you've got Kelle downloaded, to sign in, you're going to use the same username and password that you used to log into mykw.kw.com or to log into command at agent.kw.com. Same username and password. And this username, since last September, will not be your @kw.com email address. You can't use that address to sign into anything KW anymore except for your KW email itself. Logging into mykw or command or Kelle requires your actual username, typically in the format first initial, last name, and then maybe a number or two depending on how common your initial and last name are. Once you're signed in, you have the option to turn on Touch ID if you're on a little bit older iPhone, or if you're on a newer iPhone, you can turn on Face ID. We do have confirmation that Face ID should be working on the new iPhones, the X and the XS. Where was that? Okay. Once, actually, because Kelle is, let's see. Oh, I skipped a step here. Once you are signed in, more than likely you're going to want to allow notifications so that you can get real-time updates on your referrals that you're working with other agents, and eventually on your contacts and your calendar and deals that you're working on, and tasks and follow-ups and things like that, because those are going to be available in Kelle eventually. They're not really right now because the features just aren't there in commands, but eventually Kelle will be able to notify you, hey, follow up with so-and-so, it's been, X number of days and you set this reminder and all that. Now, since Kelle is a fairly new system, some issues are bound to occur. If you know that the username and password that you're using to sign into Kelle are correct, you can sign into MyKW with them, but Kelle is giving you an error, you're actually going to want to contact KW International support directly. KW International holds 100% of the strings as far as Kelle goes, so we actually don't have any kind of resources, any kind of ability or access to help with any issues with Kelle. The best we can do is tell you just to delete it and reinstall it and try again. Anything further than that, it has to be KW International support who helps with that. Okay. This is no longer accurate since there was a big update to Kelle at Family Reunion. So instead, let's go back to our home page here, and I'm actually going to bring up my phone screen here so we can see in real time and poke around and things like that. So this is where that chat window that I showed you guys at the beginning of the class is going to become really important. And if you missed that, if you'll look up here at the top, you should have these same 5 buttons that I do. If you'll click on this one just to the left of center, that'll open up the chat window, and that's where you can let me know, well, that they couldn't hear me, but then also if you have any questions, you can send those to me that way. Okay, so let's poke around on the phone here. Here on the home page, starting at the top, what I've surmised here is that this is going to be either the most recent contacts you've added to your command database or the contacts that you've contacted most recently. So these Smiths here, these are fake contacts that I just put in last week, so they're going to be showing on the list. And then after that, I've got Market Center 196. This is the last email that I sent from my KW email, was to this Market Center. And before that, I contacted these people and all that fun stuff. Under that, we've got this local insights for nearby. This is insights that other agents have added through the insights interface, either here in Kelle or in Command or in KW Connect. Insights are supposed to be helpful tips about certain areas within your service area. So, you know, this is a great place to get a car wash, or if you're looking for insurance, talk to these people, or you need a dentist, try them, something like that. Things that other agents that are working in your area can share with their clients to help them make the decision of buying a home and where to move and things like that. Now, this insight right here is there's one agent decided to just stick his name here in Emporia. Pretty sure he actually doesn't even work in Emporia. Not sure why he did this, because the closest KW market centers are in Topeka and Wichita, which are an hour and an hour and a half away, respectively. Coming down here, we've got Kelle snaps for around my GPS location. You'll see that little blue circle expanding just above where it shows that blue, well, you know, geometric shape there for the snap. That's my location there, and it's showing me snaps for around my location. This is a little bit to the east of me. This is the whole city of Emporia. This is apparently right at the edge of my neighborhood, and you can tap on those to get more information about that particular area. So you'd see listings. Oh, you tap on View Kelle Snap there. So you can see listings, you can see the total listings in that area, days on market, price, price per square foot, things like that. This is a really small area. There are only 2 listings active currently, so a lot of the the past information, historical information, is not going to be available. You can also swap between MC, team, and agent here. MC is listings from my market center in this area. Team is going to be listings from my team in this area, and then agent is going to be listings from me in this area, and I don't know why it's not making this number smaller here. But this feature is still really being worked on, and it's really going to have some issues in smaller areas like where I am, where there aren't that many listings. Under that, last thing on the home page here before we get down to all the menu and options and things is looks like recent videos from what's that called? KW Connect. Now, I can't tell whether this is from maybe your subscriptions or just new content from popular providers or things like that. Are you guys seeing the same videos here that I am? I can't remember the answer to that question from the last class. If you are seeing different videos, it probably has something to do with your particular activity on Connect rather than something that KW International has chosen here. Under that, we've got this little eye icon. It looks like a speech bubble with an eye in it. If we tap on that, okay, so we are seeing the same videos. So those are just either the newest videos or videos from KW International. So there we go. That answers that question. Okay, so this little eye menu here is, we're going to get over to the Ask Kelle box in just a minute. I'm just going left to right because I'm American. So we'll tap on this I menu here, and this is going to bring up what can you ask Kelle. So this is the types of commands that you can find to ask Kelle to do for you. This list is not going to be exhaustive. This isn't every single thing that you can ask Kelle to do, but it's a good representation, gives you some examples of the types of things you can ask her, and from there you can extrapolate out to other things that you'd like for her to do for you. So if I tap on general questions here, you can ask her what is CGI, what is lore, what is 411, what's the 66-day challenge, all those things there, and she can provide definitions of those from KW Connect and from KW International. If you come down here maybe to, let's say, listings here, you can say, show me my active listings, or find my pending listings, or my sold listings, things like that. You can also ask her to show listings in specific areas. So you can say, find a Kelle Snap for such and such, or find listing at such and such, address there, or show me, all kinds of different things here. And these are just, again, examples. This isn't everything that she can do. And then let's see. What's another one here? Contacts. Contacts are very important to work with here in Kelle. And you can do almost everything with your contacts here in Kelle, especially by commands here, that you can do on the browser in the command interface. Now, I do have to apologize if you hear some banging in the background. There's a little bit of work going on outside, so I apologize for that. We're going to work through that as well as we can. So let's see here. Show me my connected contacts. Let's tap on that and see what contacts are in the connected status. It looks like I just have 2 that I've changed the status to connected for. You can also show me contacts added this year. And there are 441 contacts that have come into command through since beginning of January. So let's see back here. You can also tell Kelle to work with your referrals that are coming through KW Connect. So if you've sent a referral to another agent, or they've sent one to you and you're working with that client, you can do all those commands here in this as well. If you want to learn more about working with referrals specifically, you would want to check out our class for next week. We're doing that the 4th Wednesday of the month. We're going to go over in commands, referrals, groups, and chat, actually in kind of reverse order there. So what am I talking about? So more information about referrals, check out that class next week. That is recorded also. We did do one last month as well, and that's at slmtraining.com. Coming over to our Ask Kelle box, we have a couple of options here. Ooh, come back here. If we can either tap on Ask Kelle and then start typing, or we can tap on the microphone icon over here on the right, and that'll start voice dictation for commands to give Kelle as well. If we do tap on the box, we still have the option to use voice commands as well, using that blue button right in the center. We can also ask her, let's see, show connected contacts, just like we just did through that menu there, and she's showing me those 2 contacts that met there. Or we can do add, a new contact. It helps if I could spell. Okay, it said happy to help. To add a contact, I'll need name and either email or phone number. So we'll edit contact details, and here's where you can add a new contact here, and then tap save up in the top right. Okay, going back here. So before we get too much further with that, let's see here. Let's see. I'm having trouble deciding which direction I want to go. Let's go ahead and go back up to the very top here in the top right. This little bell icon up in the top right, if you have new notifications either from your contacts or from your referrals or from content in KW Connect, you'll see those right here. There'll be a red dot on this bell here. And if you open that up, you'll be able to see what the notifications are about. And you can tap on view to see more information about a particular notification. This is going to be information about, like it shows here, referrals. So say you sent a referral to so-and-so and they accepted it, you would see that notification that they accepted it here. And if they send an update, you'd see that notification here. And if and when they close it, you'll see that here. Similar with your content in KW Connect, say you uploaded a video or a file or something like that, someone commented on it or someone liked it or someone subscribed to your channel in KW Connect, you get that notification here as well. And then eventually, hopefully, whenever Command finally gets things figured out, probably once you're able to set reminders in Command, those reminders should hopefully pop up here in notifications in Kelle as well. If that's not available and it's not coming, you can definitely request that at ideas.kw.com. That's where you can tell the Command development team, I would really like to see this in Command and Kelle and whatnot. And you can also vote on other ideas that people have had. So you would want to search for your idea, see if somebody else has already posted it, and instead just vote for their idea rather than posting a duplicate. Okay, dropping back down to the bottom, we're currently on Home here. Let's jump over to the Command section here. If I tap on Contacts up at the top, this is just going to list all of my contacts. Using the filters button up at the top right, I can filter this down by groups or companies or sources, things like that. These are all pretty self-explanatory. I can filter by status of either captured or connected. Somehow I can't do both. And then you've got your last contacted date range, when they were added date range, change date range, all that fun stuff. And you can also search by phone or email or address here. And so, and once you've chosen your filters, you can tap apply up at the top right. So this is just going to show me those two connected contacts here. I can also come back up to filters, and I should be able to tap on clear filters down at the bottom. That's behind that little A power mirror icon there. If I tap on clear filters, then apply, it'll show me all my contacts again. You can sort your contacts by different columns here. By default, it's by first name. You can also do last name, group, sources, all these fun things here. Let's do last name. And then you can change whether it's ascending or descending here. So this is alphabetically starting with like A first, and then if you tap on this one, this would be starting with Z first. And then you can also add a new contact over here on the right. We'll get to that in just a second. And then there's also a search bar if you want to search for certain contacts. So I'm going to search for the Smiths here, and I've got all my Smiths that are in my database here. And I can tap on, maybe, oh, if I tap return, there we go. It's going to show me that full list. It'll get rid of the keyboard. Good thing to know. So from here, you can actually tap on any contact and you can add a note. You can make changes. You can reach out to them via text or email. It's hard to see on the screen here, but there are actually 4 buttons under the name. The first button here has a phone icon. That's to give them a call. Then you've got the speech bubble icon here. That's to send them a text. Then we've got the email icon here, send them an email. And then under these 3 dots here, you have some more options for log interaction, view their activity history, or edit the contact. To log an interaction, Kelly will ask you, what type of interaction is this? Is it a phone call? Did you call them? Did you text them? Did you email them? Or do you just want to add a note to this person? I'm just going to add a quick note, and we're going to type in, this is a test note, and then we'll send that. And then she asks, did you mean to actually put in this note? And you'll tell it yes, no, or no, I want to change the note. I'll tell that yes there, and now Jane has, whenever it's done. I'm having difficulty doing that. Please try again later. You're probably going to run into that a lot working with Kelly because, like I said, there's a lot of issues going on with the command system that Kelly connects to. So if you do run into things like this and it's repetitive and you can't get around it, that's something that you would want to reach out to KW International Support for. Let's tap on our back arrow up at the top left here. We're back in Jane's contact. To edit her, I can either use those 3 dots there in this button, or I can tap on edit up in the top right. And this is where you can change the contact information that's in here for her. So you can add her phone number, you can add email addresses, physical addresses, you can add tags to her, and you would just type these in. So let's see, class, and then just hit return, and now she's got class as a tag on here. You can also change her status between captured or connected. We'll set her as connected. You can add links to social media profiles. You can for relationships, we actually have a separate video for this, but you can tell this, okay, Jane's husband is so-and-so, or Jane's child is so-and-so, or Jane's parent is so-and-so, or friend or whatever. So let's add an item here. So we're going to add her, we're just going to add spouse, call it, do we want to do spouse, or I guess husband or wife isn't an option here. So we'll just do spouse, do done there. And then we've got a box here to search for a contact that's also in command. So to connect contacts, they do both have to already be in command. So we'll search for John Smith. And there we go. We've got our John Smith result here. Tap on that. And now we've got her spouse is John Smith. And we can add additional family members here as well, children, parents, siblings, things like that. And then lastly, we've got notes where we can type in, you know, Jane is a fake contact for example purposes, things like that. And then we would tap save up here at the top right once we've made all the changes we want to make to Jane. Coming back out to the list of contacts here, we're going to lastly go to add new. So we can upload a picture at the top. You can add their name in, phone, email. It's very similar to editing a contact. You're just adding all this information anew, and then you would save it once you've got them added in there. I'm not actually going to add a contact here because we basically went through this process when we edited. All right, coming back again out to the command menu, we just finished up with contacts. Going to drop down here to My Insights. This is going to show a list of any insights that you've created in the Connect or Command or Kelle system. They're all connected together. So I've got this insight here that I'm going to tap on. It's in Pensacola. Gives me a little bit more information about what this particular area. You know, it's close to the beach, but it doesn't have a bunch of bustle and it doesn't cost that much. I can edit this using this button over on the right. I can also add new insights right here, and you would pick wherever it is that you're wanting to add an insight about. So is it a place? Is it an area? If it is a place, what is it here? Look at that. That's a lot more detailed versus when I first put there. What is that, a bike rack? Did I see that? Oh, racetrack. Bicycle sharing location. So come back out of there. You give it a title, and then you also give it a description, and then you can add an image if you want to. So insights, again, are supposed to be helpful about the area for either other agents to use. So say, I wouldn't even know what you would want to share with other agents. Most of my understanding of insights is you share this with other agents so that they can share it with their clients about such and such areas. So like I mentioned earlier, say a family is looking to move into this new area and they're going to need, you know, a new primary care, a new dentist, a new hairstylist, and things like that. You can share those types of things here in Insights. And other agents can look for them and say, oh, hey, here's this great such and such that this other agent recommends. And that may help them make that decision. Okay, coming back out here, tap on my back button. Coming down to the map, we're going to spend a good bit of time here. For the map here, the default display is listings. So if I tap on this, search this area, it's going to show me all the listings that fit within the box here on my phone. Each one of these red circles with the house icon in it is, you guessed it, a listing. And if I tap on any of those, it'll show me a preview, a summary about that listing. So here, way north of Emporia, there's a plot of land out here. There's not a house on it. Valued at, or it's listed at $79,900. If I come over here to this one, this is an actual house, 4 beds, 3 baths, almost $500K. Apparently it's got a lot of land, I would guess. Tap on any one of these down here. There we go. Marco Court, 4 beds, 3 baths, that kind of thing. And if you tap anywhere within this preview, it'll show the full listing details. So listing agent, all that fun stuff, description. So this is IDX enabled. This isn't just KW listings. This is all listings in whatever area you're in. So you can search this area around your physical location. You can also maybe zoom out and go over to another area. Let's go over here, see Salt Lake City. There's going to be a lot of listings here. If I search this area, it's going to show me, there we go, there's a whole bunch of listings there. I can also search for a city name or a postal code here. So I could search for 39465. That is Petal, Mississippi. That's where my grandparents are. And it's going to show me those listings there. It's really hard to see this here, but this little tab that pops out from this list of listings will shrink that list, come back out here, back to the map view. Tap outside of there. And then if you want to reopen that up, you can tap on that same tab and you'd be able to see those as a list as well. You can also come up to the top right and tap on filters, and you can change this to show, only a certain price range, status, beds, baths. Actually, beds and baths aren't in here. That's really weird. So that would definitely be something to suggest on ideas.kw.com. Where was I going with that? Okay, so now if we'll tap on this little icon to the right of the search bar, it's going to drop down a menu of other things that we can search for on the map here. By default, it goes to listings because that's what you're going to search for most often. But if you tap on agents here, this is going to search, what is it actually going to show here? Let's look. Eventually. Oh yeah, there isn't a KW office in Hattiesburg. Okay, Jackson. So it's going to show the market centers in this area. And if I come down a little closer, oh, I guess it's not. How is it getting this information? I'm not sure where this information is from, but this is not, I know what it's not. It's not live GPS locations of these agents. It's not pinging their phone. You're not seeing real-time locations of whoever it is that you're searching for here. This is from some information on some profile here. Where is this information? It looks like this is from the Connect profile, theoretically. Okay, so if we go out to, let's say, a more populated area, we've got Little Rock here, search that. There should be a lot more agents in this area. Hopefully, maybe, theoretically. Guess not. Okay, agent search isn't going to be super important anyway, just throwing that out there. So tapping on this icon again, we've got contacts. And I'm going to have to zoom way out for this one, because what this is going to show is any physical addresses that you've recorded for the contacts in your command database. So I've got this contact up here in Indiana, got one down here in Mississippi, got one over here in Texas, unless that's in Oklahoma. And this is, again, not real-time GPS location. This is not showing you where their phone is. You're never going to get that information. This is, say, for John Smith, I had a home address saved in his contact record. That home address would show here on the map. Coming up to the menu again, we've got insights. So we can see insights that other agents have shared. There we go. Got a lot of insights here in Arkansas. And you can tap on those insights and see what they are. Omnis Integrative Medicine. If I tap on that, if you need an adjustment, massage, or feel a cold coming, place to be. There we go. So that is a great place for homeopathic remedies. Let's see. Last thing to cover here in the menu for the search is snaps here. And if I tap on search this area, this is going to show particular areas that have a Kelle snap. So let's go find this one right here, Spring Valley Manor. Tap on that. So in this area, there are no listings. That was a bad idea. So instead, there are some big snaps in this area. Let's just tap on this big one here. Zip code 72210. There are 60 active listings, 56 pending, all that fun stuff here. And you can actually share these using this icon up here to the right of the name of this. You can share this with different views here with different people. So we're going to add a message, test snap here, and we're going to share this, tap on share, and it's going to pop up with the option of different things on your phone, different apps on your phone that you can share it through. So email, text, messengers, Facebook, all kinds of stuff like that. And you can even just copy the link here and paste that into wherever it is you want to share it. Am I being clear as mud, you guys? Is there anything that we're missing or that we're skipping that you want to go back over? Definitely let me know in that chat window. Okay, so we covered pretty much everything in the map. So let's go back out here to the command menu. Come down to referrals. Here in referrals, I'm going to switch back over to our slideshow. Referrals. Okay, so I'm going to drop this back down here because this is very similar looking even after the update. All right, so from here in the referrals list, you can do everything with your referrals that you can also do within Command or Connect. Oh, oops. Okay, Valerie Presley. If I know a neighborhood is not right, can I change it? That information comes from the MLS through the KW system, so unfortunately that's not something that you'll be able to change. You would actually need to, again, reach out to KW International Support. Like I said, if there's anything that's wrong or broken or messed up or incorrect in the Kelle system, that's not something that you're going to be able to fix yourself or that we can help you to fix. Any issues with Kelle is going to be handled through KW International Support. They hold all of the strings regarding Kelle. The only thing we'll be able to do is say, hey, delete the app, reinstall it. If that doesn't fix it, go contact KW International. Good question, though. Okay, so here in the referrals list, you can do everything with referrals that you can do from within Connect or Command. You can add to your hand-picked referral network. You can send referrals to other agents, and then you can work with any of your existing referrals. So let's tap on that down arrow next to where it says matched. If you've attended or watched any of our previous Kelle or KW Connect classes or referral classes, you might be familiar with these different statuses. We're going to cover more on these statuses later. Coming back out to, well, hold on. How did we go to the map? Hold on. Okay. So this is starting from notifications. So remember that bell icon back out in the home menu? This list is showing notifications. If you do decide to accept an invitation to join someone's referral network, you'll see that congratulatory message from Kelly. Also, if someone else accepts your referral network request or rejects it, Kelly will notify you of that as well. Gosh. Okay, so the slideshow is not organized the way I thought it was. Let me just check out something here. Okay, so we'll just table that for just a second. We'll go back to showing my screen here. Okay, so that's working with referrals. We'll talk more about that in just a minute once we cover actually working with referrals using the Kelle interface versus trying to tap it out. So let's tap on that back button here and go back to home. We'll tap on home down here in the bottom left. We're going to ask Kelly to do something here. So let's say add Scott Leroy to my referral network. There we go, sending a network invitation to Scott Leroy, blah, blah, blah. You would tap save. That would send that out to Scott. So that's sending an invitation to someone else. Now, say you search for someone with a more common name. So send a referral network request to John Smith. She's going to show search results for people that match that name. There are 8 John Smiths that are in the KW Connect referral network. And you would just tap on select on the correct John Smith. So we'll tap on him, and we're sending a referral to John, and we're going to enter all those details there as if we were doing them in Connect or in Command. Man, I really need to get this slideshow figured back out. Okay, so let's ask Kelly, show my referral network. There we go. There are 7 contacts in your referral network. From here, you can call any of these guys if they have their number. You can text them, you can email them. And then in this menu, these 3 dots here over on the right, you can see additional options like following them on KW Connect, viewing their posts on KW Connect, adding them as a contact to Command. That's a new one. I didn't know that was there. And you can also remove that person from the referral network and then send them a referral. What are we gonna? I'm just looking at a menu here of my slides. Okay, so let's go back to actually working with these referrals. So go back to Command and tap on Referrals, and this is going to show your referral list here. So this was our drop down here. So when you receive a referral request or a referral offer basically from another agent, you'll see that in the notification section in Kelle. You can tap on View to see the details of that referral. And I need to move some things around here on my other screen. In the details of that referral, you have the option to accept the referral as it is, counter with a new referral fee, or reject the referral just outright. If you do decide to accept the referral, you tap on accept down at the bottom, and then you can send a note of thanks or saying how well you're going to take care of this client to that agent who sent you the referral. If you decide the referral fee that's offered isn't acceptable, either requested or offered, you can counter with a higher percentage. Note that 25% when you're sending a referral is the default setting, but it can actually be raised or lowered depending on or when sending each individual referral. You'll also choose how long the referring agent has to accept or reject your counter. And you can also send a note describing your reason for asking for a higher percentage. So say they sent you a buyer referral with a 60% referral fee. That's kind of ridiculous. So you can send back and say, hey, I hope that 60% was an accident because I'm going to counter this back at 20-25%. From there, the ball is back in that original agent's court to accept or deny your counter, very similar to negotiating on a sale. If you decide to reject the referral, you have the option of entering a note of apology for not working with this referral, saying, you know, I'm too busy, or I don't work in that area, or this doesn't sound like a client I want to work with, things like that. You can view a list of all of your active referrals, those that have not been rejected, active referral requests, sorry, those that have not been accepted rejected or completed by asking Kelle to show my active referrals, and she'll show a list of those there. From here, you can actually swipe sideways between awaiting response, outbound referrals, and inbound referrals. Awaiting response is going to be those that have not yet been accepted, and then inbound and outbound are just like they sound. Outbound referrals are referrals that you sent to other agents that have been accepted, and inbound is referrals that were sent to you by other agents that you have accepted. To see more details about any referral in any of those sections, just tap on it to see more information. If you do accept the referral, or if the referring agent accepts your counter, it's a good idea to keep your referring agent abreast of how the transaction is going. While you're viewing the details of the referral, just tap on Update to send a status note to that agent who sent you the referral. Once a referral transaction is over, whether because the deal closed or because it didn't work out, you're going to want to complete the referral to remove it from your active referrals over to the closed referrals section so you don't end up with a bunch of clutter. You just use the steps we covered earlier to view your active referrals. Remember, just ask Kelle, show my active referrals. Then open up the details of that referral and then tap on Complete down at the bottom. You're going to want to tell the system and the referring agent whether the deal did or did not close. And then you'll add a note. So actually adding a note is only if it didn't close. If it did close, you just tap Complete and that's the end of it. Transaction's all done, and then you can review that by going back to closed referrals. If it did not close, you're actually going to be required to add a note for why it didn't close. This person was a jerk, they decided not to move, I decided not to work with them, things like that, to send to the agent who sent you the referral. To see referrals that you have completed this way that are no longer active, just ask Kelle, show closed referrals. I'm going to pop my phone screen up here just to show you that real quick. Back out to the home page. Show closed referrals. There we go, got closed referrals here. And it's going to show different categories. Lost referrals is ones that didn't close. Funded referrals is ones that did close, and expired referrals are ones that ran out of time before either I accepted the referral or the agent, referring agent didn't accept my counter. Okay, dragging that back down there. So you can actually view the activity log for any referral, whether it's active or completed. You would just use whatever steps to view either the active or completed referral. And within the details here, you can tap on activity log up at the top right. You'll see the initial request, any counters, acceptance of the request, any update notes, and then if or when the deal was closed or lost. Now do note that the oldest activity, so the initial request, will be at the bottom of the list with the most recent activity at the top. Okay. Gonna go to this blank one here. Bringing my phone back up for the last time, I believe. Okay, so we're gonna go back out to our home page. Did we finish everything in Command? Okay, I'm just going to cover Kelle Mortgage very, very briefly because I'm not going to be able to show you anything in here because I'm not a member of Kelle Mortgage. If you have signed up at agent.kellermortgage.com, I think it is, and you have Kelle Mortgage on your KW app and there are deals working through Kelle Mortgage, that'll show here in this section here. I'm not going to be able to do anything in here because I'm not actually a member here. And then back lastly, in the command network, the task manager is a fairly new feature in Command. You can add tasks in the command system and they would show here in Kelle. I'm a little unfamiliar with that system because it is so new. I'll have to poke around in that a little more before the next class. So I apologize for that, and just bear with me as we learn more about the command system. Dropping down here to connect in the center, there are 3 options here that still say coming soon: feed, chat, and groups. Feed is going to be a feed of activity in your groups and in your content and people you follow on KW Connect. It's going to show you all of that in one place. Chat is going to be a chat with other agents through Connect or with your team members in Connect. And then groups is going to be whatever groups you're a member of in Connect. And you can create those groups. We actually have, that's something that we're covering in next week's class as well. You can create groups, you can join groups, very similar to Facebook groups, but this is internal. This is provided by KW rather than through the Facebook system. You've also got QR code here where you can either share your QR code with other agents to add you to their referral network, and then vice versa, you can scan their QR codes to add them to your referral network. So the invitation would be coming from you. And then lastly, here is your actual referral network. It's going to show a list of your referral people. There's only supposed to be 7 there. I feel like the ones without a picture are the people that have requested. Nope, because I'm definitely got Diane there. Are going to be people that requested but you didn't accept. I'll have to figure that out. Down here in consumer, this is just some previews of changes that are coming to the main KW app, the red one. Don't know when this is happening, but there's going to be some big changes in the KW app that's going to help you get more client information through the app and work more effectively with those clients that you have information for. If you want more information about that, definitely check out Latest in Labs and Latest in Tech on kwconnect.com. And then lastly here under More, we've got your profile. You used to not be able to edit this profile through Kelle, and technically you're still not doing that, but you can tap on the edit button up at the top right to change that. This profile is what other agents are going to see when they find you in search results to add you to their referral network. Okay, so that is the location of the primary market center. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't type that in there. So what I'm guessing here is that when we were on the map search and we tapped on agents, it was stacking all of the agents within a market center in one dot, basically. So you'd be kind of out of luck to try to find an individual agent that way. You'd probably just want to search for their name in a different area. But so if you wanted to change any of the information that was here, you would tap on edit up at the top right, and it may present you with a login screen to log into Connect. So you're going to log in there with your same MyKW username and password, and then you can change the information on that profile. So this is technically changing it within Connect, but you do that inside Kelle. So that's cool. For settings here, there's only one setting, and that's to listen for Hey Kelle. Hey Kelle is very similar to like Hey Google or Hey Alexa or Hey Siri or things like that. And Kelle can use voice commands by saying Hey Kelle with the app open. She's not going to be listening when the app is closed. You have to have it open. But you can say, Hey Kelle, show my CGI goals, or Hey Kelle, show my referral network, or whatever, without having to tap on the microphone icon or type out the command. It's fairly sensitive, and it is going to listen to everything you say until you stop speaking, so you treat that very similar to any of those other digital assistants. I have it turned off for myself because I say that a lot during the class, and I'd rather her not try to listen to everything that I'm saying as I'm teaching. Now, last I heard, and I can't remember whether I've had this confirmed or refuted, Hey Kelle is not available yet for Android. Are there any Android users that don't have the option for Hey Kelle? In this section, if you would let me know there in the chat window, I'd appreciate that. Notifications is just going to open up that bell icon up at the top right. Submit feedback is going to be sending information to the Kelle development team about things that you'd like to see in Kelle or things that are going wrong in Kelle. I don't know if or how quickly these messages are responded to, so use this at your own risk. Instead, you're going to want to use other means of contacting KW International if you are having an issue. But if it's not time sensitive and you just want to let them know that something's going on, you can definitely use this form to contact them. And then you can also log out of Kelle on that page there. And I accidentally tapped that, so I'm going to log back in. That's going to do it for our Kelle overview. I appreciate you guys being here. Definitely look for this class at slmtraining.com within hopefully just a couple of hours or tomorrow at the latest. Everybody have a great day.